Hello guys, Damien Jones here again for you today, and today I thought we'd take a look at this that I got in the mail today. It's the third installation of MEGO's Classic Monsters that, as you're already probably aware from the other videos I've been collecting. It is a Lon Chaney likeness, and it was taken from Face of the Screaming Werewolf. That's who they get their, well, basically where they've got their rights to use Lon Chaney Jr. Because obviously they don't have the rights to Universal Pictures. They've got the rights from other methods and means, as was the case with the other two figures that we looked at in previous videos. Let's take a look at the box. As you can see down here, we have Chaney Enterprises and the MEGO logo, and basically what you get is this retro looking package, pink and purple and grey, as we've seen with the other figures in the series. So I'll take you off the tripod and we'll just have a quick overview. We've got some nice artwork, photographs, colour photographs from the film. Up until recently, I'd not actually ever seen or even heard of this film. It was made in the 1950s or early 60s. I think it was the late 50s it was made. The Face of the Screaming Werewolf, starring Lon Chaney Jr., who was Universal Pictures' long-standing Wolfman character. I have to say though, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as the Wolfman in the Universal Pictures range. It wasn't as good as that. I think the storyline had some serious holes in it. I'll just briefly go over that and then we'll take a look at the figure out of the package. Basically, what the story involves is hypnotic regression, which takes a girl back in time in her mind to ancient Aztec world, basically. And basically she discovers that she was a sacrifice or something, and then basically an Aztec mummy comes back to life to collect the girl in today's modern times for some inexplicable reason. Now don't get me wrong, that all sounds good. They find another mummy though in this tomb somehow, even though this has all been done hypnotically. Just get where I'm coming from, how this little plot doesn't make any sense. Well, anyway, basically this mummy comes back to get the girl who's been hypnotically regressed, and while they're in the tomb they find another mummy who just happens to be Lon Chaney Jr., and this one somehow turns into a bloody werewolf. Anyway, they manage to destroy the werewolf, or, well, it is called the werewolf actually in the film. It's not actually referred to as the Wolfman for probably copyright reasons, but it is still the Wolfman. Anyway, the Wolfman ends up getting killed and the girl ends up getting saved, but the story just sort of like ignores the fact that there's an Aztec mummy still walking around. I mean, whether they intended to do a sequel or something, it isn't explained. So basically, yeah, the Face of the Screaming Werewolf, his original film concept artwork on the back, was basically a big pile of crap, in my opinion, and I'm a long-standing horror fan. But nonetheless, it had a mummy in, and it had the werewolf or Wolfman in, and for that it was good. I'm going to skip all of the usual guff that we see on the packets because we've covered that in the two previous videos on this collection. It basically just says it's officially licensed detailed 8-inch character authentic retro packaging, pose the figure in any action position, original MEGO toy line and quality, limited edition, numbered for collectability, collect them all. Well, there are 3 available now, and I'll show you the other 2 in comparison to this in a bit, but for now I think it's time we bust the package open on this and take a closer look. So hold your horses a minute, I'll put you on hold. Okay, packaging removed and resale value sufficiently destroyed, we can now take a look at the figure himself. It's really nice, isn't it? I love the head sculpt. Let's take a look at the as close as we can on this camera of mine. Nice detailing. They seem to have done is made this head sculpt, which is excellent by the way, moulded it in brown plastic and then sort of airbrushed a lighter shade of brown throughout to give like a nice fur effect. The nose detail on the painting just looks slightly off, but we'll forgive that. The figure didn't come with any accessories this time, like the Frankenstein one come with a chain, but they've done this extra detail I think to make up for that. I mean, look at the hand detail. Fingers and claws, and the foot detail almost looks like a Bigfoot type, Sasquatch type foot, almost like a primate. But it's very nice, isn't it? I like the check shirt. I like this, it stands well. I like the ripping detail on these denim trousers, and I think it's a great addition to the MEGO monsters. And I've got to say that, I mean, these MEGO monsters are the best MEGO monsters that have been produced yet. They're much better than the Mad Monster series, which were produced in the 70s. And I'm really enjoying collecting them, I've got to say. So I'm going to put you on hold one last time now, and I'm going to compare with the other 2 figures in the series that we've collected so far, and then finally I want to compare it to a sideshow example that I've got of Lon Chaney, which is licensed under Universal Pictures. So we'll take a look at them. Hold on a minute. Okay, and here's the retro, ooh, my finger in the way. Here's the retro MEGO collection as it stands to date. The most recent one being the Wolfman. The first installation in the collection was obviously Frankenstein's monster, which came with a chain, which I've put around his neck so we don't lose it. And the second installation in the collection was Dracula, Bela Lugosi, which in my opinion is the best Bela Lugosi likeness I've seen on a figure of this type to date. So there they are, guys. I'm now going to put you on hold again, and we're going to compare this chap with the sideshow version. And okay, now comparing it with the rather larger sideshow version of the Wolfman. As you can see, I mean, it's a much larger head sculpt really, and obviously far more movie accurate, but nonetheless this new edition it really does look quite good as well. I mean, it does have its pros and cons, but you have to allow for that due to the size of the figure, really. I mean, it's so much smaller. It's an 8-inch figure, and it's so much better than the 1970s Mad Monsters version. You know what I mean? It's 1,000 times better than that. I mean, that figure was basically just an 8-inch figure dressed in ripped clothes that basically had a toy dog's head stuck on top. It looked nothing like, the actual character from any of the films, which obviously this one now does. They've rectified that, and it's pretty damn good as well. As I say, not in the same league as Sideshow, obviously, which really is movie accurate. But then again, they've got more figure to play with, as the scale is just so much bigger, isn't it? But there it is. The Face of the Screaming Werewolf figure by MEGO. Let me know what you think of him in the comments below. But for now, my name's Damien Jones. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, and thank you to my new subscribers. You're all very welcome. And I shall see you again very soon on the next video. Bye for now.